Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another After Effects CS6 tutorial. I'm your host, Buddy Blackford, and I want to talk to you about how to make these shadows on your text, and you can easily animate these shadows and everything like that. So it's a kind of like a retro looking feel here, and I talked to you about drop shadows and how not to use them in another tutorial I had about rules of typography. So this is a way, if you really need shadows, to get around that, because the drop shadow looks like crap and these kind of shadows look cool. So we're going to use the repeater effect, which is in a different kind of text kind of thing. I'll show you. It's made differently, but it's simple to do. So let's go on with the tutorial. I'll shut my pie hole now about all this crap and let's start. So I'm going to delete these out, and I've got nothing going on here besides a regular background. So let's create some text. Layer, new text, and shadow mania. Now I'm going to scale this up so we can see it a lot better. And since you're going to have shadows, you may end up wanting to separate these out a little farther. So let's come to our separation. Let's separate these out so they're a little farther apart. So there we go. Because if you have them too close together, the shadows are going to run into each other. It's going to look blotchy and crappy. So we got our shadow here, and when we have a shadow, it's usually going to be darker than our main text. So, but you can do whatever you want. If it looks good, use it. But make sure your regular text here is a lighter color if you want to follow the norm. So let's we're going to right click on our text layer and we're going to create shapes from text. So we'll do that, and now we have a new layer here where we have the shapes created. And we're going to turn back on our text layer because it got turned off by clicking on this I button here, and put it on top of the shadow outlines here. Now we're going to twirl this open, and we have the add button here we need to use. So click on that, and we're going to add repeater. And it brings up some shadow but doesn't look good right now. Now the reason why that is let's open up the repeater, twirl it down, and we've got copies, offset, composite, and then we've got transform here, which we want to open up again. And the reason why it looks weird right now is because the position defaults at 100 and 0. So let's put those to 1 and 1 again. Now we can't really see what's going on too well because they're the same exact color. So if we click on our layer up here and come up to the top, there's fill and stroke and all that stuff. So let's change the fill color here. And I'm going to bring up my color palette so I can make it look nice. Oop. And use my eyedropper tool to bring up something like, here's a red, and I guess I'll make it a little darker. Hit OK. Now we have a little bit of a shadow behind there. But it's not very long or anything like that, but it's still there. So if we want to lengthen the shadow, all we have to do is come to this copies section and increase it. And now, there we go, we've got a longer shadow. Now this is animatable, so we could have started this at 0, and or maybe 1, probably be a little better. Start our animation here, move up like maybe less than a second, and then bring it out to there like that. So let's make this an easy ease keyframe so it looks nice. There we go. Now our shadows pop out. So you can also move the position of your shadow. So if we start here, and then we want to come out a couple keyframes, or come out a couple frames, we can adjust the position here. If I put this maybe to -1, see where that goes. There we go. Turn off this. And I should have animated the position while I was doing that. So we've got the length here. So we want to set our position is fine. Alright. Let's go 1 and 1 again from the beginning. Position. Come here. This is good. And then let's come out a few more frames and go -1. Maybe easy ease that. Let's check this out. And we move our shadows around. So that's pretty much how you do that. It's fairly simple, and you can use this any way you want. You may want to end up parenting these together, because if you try to move this right now, it's not going to stay on. So we want to parent this to our text. So if we move it, now they're together. And I just parented by clicking on this button here and clicking on the name of the text layer, which I named Shadow Mania. And now they stay together. So, well, thanks for watching the tutorial. Use these shadows to your advantage, especially when you're making some retro stuff. You may want to throw maybe a stroke around the edge of your text. Let's see what it looks like. That doesn't look good. Don't do that. So just keep it like this, and I mean, have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching this one. Thumbs up if you liked, thumbs down if you hated, and subscribe if you want to see more tutorials in the future.